Gretna Green is the most extraordinary town in Britain. Since 1754, it's been a marriage mecca for bargain-hungry brides and runaway lovers taking advantage of Scotland's relaxed marriage laws.
Gretna Green is about love and romance and the beautiful rebellion of running away and escaping mum and dad who didn't agree.
What have you done?
Today, although the law has changed, hordes of couples still flock here to get married every day of the week.
Somebody goes out one door and somebody comes in the other.
I wouldn't change a thing.
Perfection.
Hosting over 5,000 weddings a year has transformed this tiny town into the wedding capital of Europe.
And there goes another one.
In Gretna, every wedding is special. From the shotgun to the leather-clad and everything in between.
I don't think we would ever have an ordinary wedding, would we?
For those that work here, love is a serious business.
We're all very professional.
Come on, baby!
Sense the stillness.
When this is all put together, it'll definitely have the wow factor.
Come on, lads. Let's get cracked on.
You are cordially invited to spend a summer in the most unique wedding town in the world.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Gretna Green is a town with a taste for the theatrical. Taking centre stage today are thespians Lynn and Roger, who have a last-minute costume drama.
I haven't got an awful lot of choice.
Local entrepreneur Jackie, who's plotting to shake up Gretna's wedding scene.
Bringing a bit of Vegas to Gretna.
And fantasy fanatics Sam and Simon, who are hoping to pull off the wedding of their dreams.
You are my stallion. You have given me the wind.
Our first couple heading north of the border are 26-year-old Simon and his 33-year-old pregnant fiancée, Sam.
We're going to Gretna Green because there seems to be a very big theatrical side of things there.
Just as well, because this couple aren't your average young lovebirds. They first met through their shared love of cosplay.
Cosplay or costume role play? You choose a character from a game, a book, and you recreate that character and you dress as them.
Their obsession with TV drama Game of Thrones means they spend their spare time transforming themselves into warlord Khal Drogo and Dragon Queen Daenerys.
I do enjoy getting in costume and running around and messing about. I remember how much fun I used to have as a kid, to be honest with you. Be young again, I suppose.
Simon first laid eyes on Sam at a comic convention 18 months ago.
When I first saw Sam, she was wearing her Daenerys cosplay. Love at first sight, I think.
He passed me a note. It said, if you come as Daenerys to the next convention, I'll be your Drogo. That was kind of the beginning, I think.
Their love blossomed, and 6 months later, Simon proposed. Now, before the birth of their first child, they're keen to commit to each other in fantasy and in reality.
With putting a little bit of it into the ceremony, the dragons and the eggs, etc. I think that's an important thing because it shows that side to us, I think. It would be nice to make it official, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Also planning a dramatic Gretna wedding is theatre producer Roger Holman. He first met his fiancée Lynn when she auditioned for him 26 years ago.
He said, can you take your clothes off? I went, what, here, now? He went, yeah, I need to see what your body looks like because you're going to be on stage. So I took my clothes off and he looked at me and he, yeah, OK, not bad for your age. You can put your clothes back on again. And that's how we met.
Since Lynn became Roger's leading lady, humour has played a big part in their lives.
We laugh, and I think that is a key feature in any relationship.
There, look. It was a mess.
You've obviously had help.
No, I did it all myself.
Yeah. And I've just seen a pig fly.
You have to laugh. You do have to laugh.
But the past 12 months have been a challenge.
Last year, I got diagnosed with kidney cancer. You really do have to, I'm getting all emotional now, get above it, you know? It's just that I don't very often talk in any depth about what happened with all of that because I try and think beyond that. I'm still here, but we'll deal with it. You know, whatever the answer is, we'll deal with it.
After a tough year, the couple have decided to get married. However, there's one crucial thing missing: Lynn's wedding dress.
There we go. Because of my medication, I've put on quite a considerable lot of weight and I can't fit into it, so I can look at it and dream. It's just sad that you can't use the one that you wanted, you know, but it's one of those things, isn't it, really? So back in the cupboard it goes.
With her dream dress consigned to the back of the wardrobe, she's ordered a replacement online. But there's a problem. With only one day to go until the wedding, the dress hasn't arrived. Without it, Lynn's suffering from a bad case of pre-wedding nerves.
One thing for the first time in 26 years today is I'm beginning to panic.
Yes.
That's the first time ever you've admitted to panicking, isn't it? In fact,
Yeah.
it's probably the first time you've ever panicked.
I have. I've never panicked before.
No. We're used to sort of catastrophes. Part of the fun of life, isn't it?
Meanwhile, in Gretna. Seasoned bridal entrepreneur Jackie Hampson is hoping to bring some showbiz glamour to Wedding Town.
Welcome to my world.
She's planning on offering Elvis-themed Las Vegas-style weddings.
Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then.
I'm an Elvis fan, and I'm also in the wedding industry, so I thought by marrying the two would be a nice style.
Jackie's been in business for 12 years, running Anvil Hall, the biggest wedding venue in town.
Everybody thinks that Gretna's just about one wedding place and that's all there is here. But there's, you know, if you go around and have a look, there's quite a lot to the little place. It's big in Vegas, isn't it? So, yes, we'll make it big here as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis is in the building. Is that all right?
Yeah.
But Jackie's new Vegas-style chapel has divided the locals.
We're not a Las Vegas of Scotland. I hope people don't think that Gretna Green is part of that same genre of wedding.
I have this image of a massive Elvis next to across the road going, "Get married here." That will be the demise of Gretna and Gretna Green, I think.
There's no sign of a giant neon Elvis just yet. But Jackie has another idea that might upset some of Gretna's traditionalists.
I want them to have the wow factor. I want them to arrive in style, something to remember forever.
Yes, every Elvis wedding can come with the customised Elvis truck. At the Gretna Hall Hotel, Sam and Simon have arrived the night before their wedding.
Do you want to put your shirts up?
Along with their outfits for the big day, they've also packed some unusual wedding accessories.
Should we get the dragons out, love?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I just really hope everything works out tomorrow. but I've just got to also try not to stress too much because it's not good for the baby.
Please calm down. Could you please? Go on. Oh no. Let your mum have a rest.
In Gretna Green, it's not only the wedding parties who like to dress up. The locals do too. Today is the annual Gretna Fair. Entrepreneur Jackie Hampson has entered the float parade in a bid to showcase her Elvis-themed weddings to the world.
How's it going?
Is that better?
That's better.
With plenty of other colourful characters on display, Jackie is hoping that Elvis can make an impression.
Gretna's getting bigger and bigger, and exciting times are coming, I think.
Got to make it funky, memorable.
But with the whole town looking on, the jury's out on whether her PR stunt will be a success.
It'll go one way or the other, won't it? That'd be really good for it. Oh, really?
It's time to gauge the locals' reaction to the prospect of Elvis arriving in Gretna.
Bring him on! Bring him in! He's not left the building! It's just something different. You know, you normally get the ordinary weddings here, and then, of course, you get something like this, and it's really, really good.
It feels like it's all coming together. It's all going in the right direction. Oh, we'll just wait for the phone to keep ringing.
But not everyone's so positive.
Vegas? No, that's American. We're Scottish.
Stop!
It's the morning of her fantasy-themed wedding, and Sam, accompanied by her maid of honour Skye, has popped into town to collect the all-important paperwork.
Sam, it's closed.
It looks like it's completely closed, so I'm just trying not to stress too much, but time's running out.
Okay. With less than 2 hours to go until the ceremony, Sam is understandably anxious.
What happens if you can't get a marriage certificate?
Simon and I can't get married. It's as simple as that.
It's gonna be fine, okay?
Meanwhile, it's the night before Lynn and Roger's wedding.
Good evening.
Hiya.
And they too are facing a hitch. Their paperwork may be in order, but the bridal gown Lynn ordered online has failed to turn up on time.
I haven't got my wedding dress as yet. The eve before the big day and no dress. But I will have a dress tomorrow.
It's the morning of the wedding, and Lynn and her daughter Fliss have to head to the high street.
I didn't expect to be shopping for a wedding dress on the day of my mother's wedding.
Most brides have months to pick the perfect wedding dress. But with the ceremony just hours away, Lynn doesn't have that luxury.
I'm not that keen on that one. I'm just concerned about the bottom bit being a bit white, that's all. And I'm not even looking at that because that's going to be...
They're couture.
Yeah, that is really quite something, isn't it? Yeah. That's a lot, isn't it?
Meanwhile, back at the hotel, the groom appears more relaxed.
There must be a way. Braces aren't having a lot of effect at the moment. I'm beginning to feel like Coco the Clown here.
With Lynn in the middle of a dress crisis, Roger has wardrobe problems of his own.
Beep, beep, beep. Now where are my shoes?
My brother is totally useless and doesn't concentrate and has no foresight. Why she's marrying him, I don't know.
Not going to let anybody down. I shall be here before I'm required.
Roger's fully dressed, though he seems unsure of which direction he's heading.
I'm coming back round. Is my sister there?
Back at the boutique, time is running out, and Lynn needs to make a decision.
Not being funny, but I'm getting married in about 4 or 5 hours' time. I haven't got an awful lot of choice to go traipsing around shops, so yeah, I need a dress. This is it. So.
However, having had to buy off the rack, there's another slight issue.
We have chosen dress, and the dress now needs to be altered, so it's got to have, the zip needs to be removed, and it's going to have a corset back put in instead. And then we've got ourselves a dress, hopefully.
Lynn's hopes of looking her best on her wedding day now rest on the success of the last-minute alterations. Back at the registration office, Skye has decided to take matters into her own hands.
There's a person. Sorry, hi, yes, yes. Oh my God, there's people! Sam, there's people! Yes, there's someone there, they're coming around the front. Hi, we are supposed to be picking up her marriage certificate today, and today's the only day scheduled, and I know you're closed.
It looks like Sam might be in luck, and that her fantasy-themed wedding will go ahead after all.
Thank you.
Which is lucky, as the groom is already preparing for his grand entrance. After getting acquainted with his noble steed, Warlord Simon trots off to the wedding venue. In keeping with the Game of Thrones theme, even the wedding minister, Sandy, has got in on the act.
Yeah, big cloak, kind of improvised with furry leg warmers. And, of course, you've got to have a sword. So, yeah. Oh.
After the marriage certificate hold-up, Sam is now running behind schedule. And she's getting emotional.
How are you feeling, Sam?
Stressed, worried. I didn't...
Hey, why don't cry. You're about to marry Simon.
Yeah, I know, I'm just...
Nothing else matters. You're about to marry Simon. Doesn't matter. Alright? Everything's gonna be great in like 20 minutes.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
And there's no point in crying until after you said I do. Alright?
So, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the bride.
It's been a stressful day, but the time has finally come for this fantasy-loving bride to wed her real-life hero. Across town, dressed in more traditional style, are Lynn and Roger. After a difficult 12 months, it's finally time for the couple to take centre stage.
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Roger Holman...
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
To witness that I, Roger Holman...
To have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse.
For richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, this is my solemn vow.
I therefore now proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Congratulations, you may kiss the bride.
Despite the last-minute drama of finding a wedding dress, for Lynn and Roger, all's well that ends well.
It's been about drama, and it's been about flapping, but that is nothing that I wouldn't expect from my family usually.
It feels absolutely brilliant being married. It feels that we finally got there, doesn't it?
It's been a ride, hasn't it?
It has. It's been a bumpy ride at times. It just feels complete now.
As Lynn and Roger's special day comes to a close, Sam and Simon's fantasy wedding is about to enter a whole new realm. As the new king and queen of dragons, things wouldn't be complete without a matrimonial blessing conducted in character.
Anna, Asta, Van, Sheka, Duffy.
This is a very special part for us.
This is what makes it personal to us. Shafkani, Savorska, Kalisi.
It's really hard to find that one person that you know almost instantly that, yeah, this is it. This is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And they both knew that, like, from the day that they met.
In the beginning, there was the sun and his wife, the moon. Here before the great stallion and in front of these witnesses, you are my breath, my stallion. You have given me the wind.
After a shaky start, Game of Thrones has finally made it to Gretna Green.
Not everything went without a hitch, but at the end of the day, it was what we wanted, so I think that's all that counts, to be honest.
It's in the icing, it's through the cake. There we go.
But yes, we're married, and I'm so happy about that.
Behind this rather plain facade, I'm actually ecstatic. Well, it was an awesome day. And now I want to go to bed.
Me too.
For one happy husband, the stress of the day finally proves a little overwhelming.
It's bedtime, isn't it, sweetheart? I think he's actually fallen asleep.
Coming up tomorrow are Jamie and Leon, who are finally taking the next step.
We used to top and tail. I've been working in stages, you know, it's been slowly getting up to the pillar.
Jackie stages another unlikely PR stunt.
I really need to think of a better plan.
And cycling fanatics Anna and Lee, who make a slight detour en route to their wedding.
You appear to be lost.